What's going on, everybody? 915 Mang here, doing a video on how I frag my anemone. Have always wanted to do this. They make it look easy, and so I finally got the courage to go ahead and cut open one of my anemones. Um, this guy, was walking around. I had noticed him moving around on the rock that I had, and I finally went ahead and snatched him up with my Eheim tongs. One of the things that I did do, I didn't use the proper razor blade when fragging the anemone. Um, as you'll notice in this video, the anemones are pretty sticky. I ended up using a separate bowl to contain them in, and then the razor that I used was a brand new razor, but it wasn't an ideal razor to use. This razor was more for a box cutter, and that's exactly what it's to. Um, the problem with it is that wasn't able to make a clean cut. I just wanted to do one solid pass, but I had to do multiple um, cuts to my anemone, and you can see all these little pieces flying around. I felt really bad when I was doing it because everybody makes it look easy, but I wanted to show you like what not to do. This anemone did end up surviving, but look at how many times I have to go and chop this guy up. When I was finally able to get the anemone free on my last and final cut, probably 4 or 5 cuts into it, I ended up throwing it back into the original water that I got, and I immediately started pitting some iodine. I didn't pit a whole lot of iodine, but I pit like about maybe 4 bottles of iodine that I had left over and mixed it in to my tank. But look at all the little pieces of anemone that I had chopped up. At this point, I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking at least I have 3 more anemones in my tank. Do not use this razor when you decide to propagate your anemones, because you're gonna have a hard time making a clean cut the way I did. The original nem I ended up putting back into my 120 tank. It's kind of just sitting there. Felt real bad about it, but as soon as I saw it bubbling back up, I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. This is about 5-10 minutes after the process, and the other anemone I ended up putting in my 34-gallon nano. What I am going to go ahead and continue and propagate these anemones. I watched the bulk reef supply video. They made it look real easy, and they did have a point about trying to sell them back to the LFS. I may try to do that just to get some store credit or sell to other local reefers in the area, because these type of anemones at the LFS are, I've seen them sell for like $90, and I just grab one of mine, split it in half, and I'm good to go. This is the other anemone in my 34-gallon Solona. It did survive, and everything is doing good. Both of them are doing well. As you know from my last couple of videos, I had a hard time with my ELOS auto top off. I was communicating back and forth with the Coral View people based out of Louisiana, and I saw that Bulk Reef Supply had the Tunzi osmolator on sale for 150 or something like that. I ended up using my Bulk Reef Supply points, and I also left it in the cart for a while, and they ended up giving me a $5 off. So I got this total for like 150, including the shipping and handling. The parts are pretty much the same. The adapter and everything is the same. One thing that I will say is that they changed the magnets a little bit. Before you could see the magnets, but this time they actually epoxied the whole magnets into the mount, which is pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and put my Tenzi controller off to the side where my AI lights are at, and I'm going to run it all the way from the top and then shoot it like that. That way there's no chance of having a 20 gallons back siphon into my 120-gallon tank. Also did this for the 34-gallon cube. My sump almost overfilled because I had issues with the back siphoning. I had made little vents and everything for my RO container, but it was still back siphoning. And when it almost flooded my sump, I was like thinking to myself, what am I doing running 2 tanks? So this fix alone, this is the size tubing that I use. You got at Home Depot and Lowe's. This fix alone, just running for me, running from the bottom of my tank all the way up to the top of my tank, has saved me a lot of headache. I have been checking up on it and everything is running good. So this is my preferred method to run my auto top off. Ended up getting something in the mail from Primo Reef and Acrylics. You know, he's the master of all acrylics. He's put some crazy things together, fish stands, tanks, containers, all kinds of stuff. So to get anything from him, really excited just because of the craftsmanship that he puts behind his work. I opened up the package and I had a frag rack for 3 frag plugs. Pretty sweet. Has a suction cup on it, and I really like that it's just clean and low profile. I also further got a larger frag rack with multiple holes for the frag plugs, but you can just tell that it's nice and clean, and it's really this gonna be great. Thanks a lot, Primo Reef and Acrylics. Really appreciate it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this video short here. Hope you guys have a great one, and thanks for watching, and appreciate all the new subscribers. Thanks again, and you guys take care.